So that is another big win. EX30 right before Twilight lands. All right, so let's get into Twilight lands. Oh, that's good actually, because I got through so far in the last one. They let you skip the first few and jump straight to 6. So this is what you get for the first 6 levels. Like that's amazing. Um, so yeah, actually that's another res summon there, I think, which we'll go use straight away. Okay, actually we've got a bit more to go do before we jump into this. So with this one, all you do is you actually go through and you select who you want in your team. And you do need to be careful. Obviously, it's decided not to select Raleigh and Falvia. And we do want them in there now. So we're going to get rid of this guy, her. And we're not going to worry about Falvia. Oh, actually, no, we will worry about her. Who we're going to take out? Ornn. Ornn is terrible in every regard. Because we actually do want some assassins, because the assassin one is quite easy in this, I found out. So that's going to be our team. We're not missing anyone important. Like they're not important down here. Actually, Bailey might be important for this, for the assassin one. So we'll ditch Crete, bring Bailey along. Yeah. So collect all. It's going to give me a whole bit of gems, I think. So yeah, there's a bit of a delay. You want to make sure you're ticking all the boxes before you get into this. Where are we at? What did we just get a whole heap of? Oh, shards, yeah. Cool. Oh, so actually that's another copy of Anaruda, which is good. Maybe get a Taylor here. Probably not. Oh, actually, might actually go Rakana on that. He's not a great hero, but again, assassins in this is quite good. So let's go artist, because I think I've got an artist already. And again, just going for the assassins because I haven't focused on assassins at all. So there we go, a bit more. That would be good for my Hyper Evolution that's going to be coming up. I reckon Hyper Evolution is less than a week away for me, which is awesome. That's right, I was going to do some research into that. All right, that's it. Do some evolving. Okay, so we did have 2 of artists. See, I actually really do like Anaruda, but he's not someone you put gene hybrids into because you can get free copies of him from Twilight Lands. The gene hybrids are more for the characters that you have to wait for banners to pop up, or you actually can't get them from banners. So, I mean, if I had somehow scored a Nord, then it would be going into him. But yeah, you can't get him. Cool. Now I think I'm fully good to go. All right. Back to Twilight Lands. So we get to skip all the first bit. This is a very basic reward. So the way Twilight Lands works, if this is your first time doing Twilight Lands, you've got like 3 choices of battles to go for. Once you get used to it, you'll know what they are. But this one is Summoner, so you want a Summoner team to take them out. This one's the Hunter. They've got a really strong shield, and this is the one I least recommend battling in, because as your team starts dying off and you have to go to your weaker heroes, you just can't get through the shield. Whereas someone like the Summoner or the Generalist, doesn't matter how weak your other players are, you're still always going to do a little bit of damage to them. A Generalist is you need to have one of each class. So 1 Summoner, 1 Support, 1 Tank. One of each. But if I ever see this one, this is the best one to go for. Now Now, I have a pretty stock standard team that I run. We're always going to have Daniel. We're always going to have Masrani. The only difference is I've got Durali this time. So Durali is going to add a ton of survivability because she has a really good frontline tank summon. I might not even need to use Leo now. And where's my other summon? Senway. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be my team now. And it might actually be better for me to use Discar. Because Discar actually gives me lifesteal. So, yeah, I'm going to go Discar. I'm just going to upgrade this guy. That's terrible. I don't want him. Also terrible. They're not giving me much good stuff here. Not great. Okay, well, we still want Discar. We want our highest stats that we can get here. And that is all good now. Okay, so the way this team's going to work is we've got our summons maxed out. We've got Durali who's going to summon Doragon and tank everything for us. We actually want Daniel in the back line by himself. Well, actually not in this instance because I want to reach them. So Senway and Kalaza in the back row. Daniel in the middle just so I can capture all of them in one ultimate. And let's get into it. This is going to be it should be quite easy at the moment. We just want to save our ultimates because they will use all their ultimates straight away. Because when you first jump into the battle for the first time, you'll get full ultimates. And you do want to save them between each stage because the next stage you'll get whatever's left over. And right now it's just better for me to save my ultimates up. Actually, I need to put him... Yeah. So we're going to go cruise through a fair bit. What I might do is whilst this is playing through, this is the other good one for me as well. I'll just show you the assassin one really quickly. So we can still have Daniel in here just for some big damage. Get our assassins out. Haven't equipped him yet, have I? So we only got 2 assassins, which is okay. We'll chuck Durali in as well. Always run a pain rune with assassins. All right, so what you'll see here is the 2 assassins. I'll get them to the back line, and it'll actually stop this big guy from being able to use his ultimate. Like you'll actually see that his ultimate bar will drop. Just want to get Ricardo back. So he builds it up quite quick, but every time an assassin attacks him, it actually depletes that ultimate bar, and his ultimate is just like a constant beam of death. It's insanely powerful. So yeah, if you have you just need people to hit him. So even if you have someone like Leo who can displace to the back line quite early on, really handy to have. But yeah, you just need to make sure you're attacking him so he doesn't get his ult. If you had 3 assassins in here, that would be ideal. Probably 3 assassins, a healer, and Durali would be amazing. So yeah, that's what you want to be doing on the assassin stage. Actually, we're going to jump onto this assassin one as well. And going to do the exact same thing. Right, yeah, and then every couple of levels, you get two times. You'll get like a special boss that you need to fight, so you have to choose him. CC Bond means that you need crowd control. So Daniel's really good, Oyster's really good, Durali's really good. Anyone that has a stun. Also, if you've got people that can displace, and you also have Hagridon or Gautier on, you get heaps of shields, and when the shields break, you do a little bit of stun with an AoE, is what you need for this. This guy, what he'll do is he'll basically send a hope of lifesteal beams, and he'll just suck the life out of your entire team. So we'll play it out far enough that you actually get to see what he does. Again, I don't need to worry too much about the CC because I've got Daniel, and it's very easy at the moment. But yeah, if I was struggling, and I mean I've got Durali as well, so I do have good CC. But Oyster is a good option for this as well, and then Assassins. Sure, I can just run Pain Rune. Yeah, cool. Pain Rune's good. It actually works on the summon for Durali, Dorrigan. When he does his big jump up and smash, that counts as displacement, so he gets a shield, which is really handy. So we'll play this one through. We should get to it. So that's his ability there, where he's draining everyone's health. You can see he's doing quite a bit to the summons first of all, but we'll just chuck a stun on him. That'll stop the ability, or he runs out of ult, and yeah, death to him. Right, so I'll jump back on and show you the end. See how far through we get. But yeah, pretty much you just want to be picking your teams. When you click on them, you see like this is a Vanguard one, and if you don't have Vanguards in your team, they get a crazy amount of damage reduction where you can almost not hurt them. And then this one's the tank, I think. Yeah. And yeah, they'll get in some insane armor, which makes them hard to kill. So play to your strengths. Again, if you're free to play, the easiest team to build is summoners, and then you can try and fight summoners every single time you can here. But anyway, best of luck. Hope you do all right in Twilight Lands. Get as far as you can. Get some awesome reward. This is the best place to get rewards in the game. So do good. Cheers, bye. So for this part of Twilight Lands, when you go up against the three birds, they basically have a huge AoE attack that does big damage, and you need to make sure you're on the other side of them to draw their attack. So a good champ to use in here is actually Leo, because Leo's got some good survivability, and you can just dash to the other side of them, and then he'll draw the attack. They'll all target him on the other side. He'll have his immunity, and then he can dash back through them or dash along them to get his life steal back on them. Plus, you'll have Mazrani healing. So, to show you a setup with this. Actually, I might kill him a little bit too quick. We'll see. You can see one bird's still attacking this side, so it hasn't sort of aggravated that one. But the big whirlwind or the big wind attack that it does, if you're not that strong or you're in one of the later stages, it actually does quite a lot of damage. And especially when you get up to like Twilight 10 plus, it can one-shot your entire team, especially if you're on your first run through. So just be careful of these ones. You want to try and get their attention on the backside to keep them away from your team. So that's just a quick tip for that one. Hope that helps. So now we're getting into one of the bosses which you hit every single 10 levels. So they want hunters, so you must have a shield. We can go hunters. Again, I'm not really too worried about what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run my strongest team. But Bot Mark II, Taylor, really good early game champs to actually take this guy out. Just be aware, you've actually got these guys at the front here as well who do the life steal, so you need to have CC as well. And it doesn't, like, something to keep in mind as well is you can actually jump into a battle, and if you end up that you're just not doing very well, just press restart. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It'll help you out a whole heap, and it'll just make your life a bit easier. At some point, I don't think he'll die before it happens, but he'll put a shield up around himself. And if you don't destroy that shield, he'll do like a big AoE damage based on the difference he has left on his shield. So that's the shield there. So if I didn't destroy that, he would have done a big hit. Now, Over here, you've got a crystal, and if you destroy that crystal, your entire team will get their ultimates back. So that's a good one to destroy as well. So everyone's got their full ult. But yeah, we're going to win now anyway. So every 10 levels, you'll finish that part of the, that sort of chapter of Twilight Lands. You get one big reward, and they are really good rewards too. So I don't think I have enough for another Anaruda. But yeah, I don't think I'm far off another Anaruda already. 1,000 diamonds, whole heap of leveling up, bit of XP. So the other thing to keep in mind as well is now you will be onto collecting. Make sure you collect your speed run. Because anyone that's ahead will actually... So once I go through and collect this, someone behind me will be able to collect it, and all the enemies will have 2% less HP and do 2% less damage. So for all the sort of whales or the people that are a bit more powerful on the server, get through this as quick as you can, help out the rest of the people on your server. If you're a bit weaker on the server, wait until someone's gone through and you're all 10 of, you can collect all 10, because then you'll be the enemies will have 20% less HP and they'll do 20% less damage to you, and together that's a huge buff, more than what it sounds. So yeah, just if you're a bit weaker on the server, wait until you can collect all 10 little buffs for that stage. And you can see once I finish this stage, I'm going to get another lot of Anaruda shards, and that'll be enough to actually get Anaruda for me, another one. And then when we get to Forest of Greed, Divine Prototype Solar Flare, when an energy or hunter hero casts an ultimate that hits 3 or more enemies, increase their attack by 20%. I don't have these heroes, so that's not actually going to help me. But what I will be looking for, I already have one of those as well. I'm looking for this one. And I've definitely not been up to 15 before. So that's going to be the goal, but I'm going to be surprised if I can get to 14. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll let you know when the next big boss comes up. Cheers, bye. So this guy in Twilight Lands is a little bit different. He's got 2 of the guys that you need to stun at the front. He'll chuck a shield up on himself like the other fellow will, but if you destroy that shield, he actually gets weakened. He takes a knee, and you can do some increased damage, similar to the way the DC Caves boss works. I don't think you get your ults all the way up, though. We'll have a quick look. So yeah, the main thing for this one is now we're getting a little bit into it. I think I'm up to level 10 now. You actually do need to time your stuns. So I'm lucky that I've got 2, because Durali will drop a stun with her ult. But yeah, we'll time the stun with Daniel, because that's my best stun. That's this one here. So that'll stop the attack. And then they'll have to charge up a little bit before they can use it again. And when they do drop it again, I've obviously got my other one. Oh, they didn't get it. So this is the shield going up now. So you want to destroy it as quick as you can. There are some other variations of this guy where he actually summons a crystal when you break the shield. But basically, you see he's not doing anything. He's taking a ton of damage. But yeah, you're not getting your ults up any quicker by the looks of it. Oh yeah, so here's the crystal. You want to destroy that crystal, which will give me my ults back. And finish the game, or finish the stage with all of my ults. So that is another copy of Anaruda, I believe. Oh no, I got that last time. No, we're up to the prototype now. So this is the first one of these. I've got Solar Flare. And we talked about it just before. So yeah, got that. Some more shards here. And probably enough to level up character. So probably jump out, level up character, jump back in, get back into it. So yep, that's the way you're going to get through that boss. Cheers, bye. So with this spider boss, she'll summon minions, and like the one in the Telosian Triangle, you need to kill the summons, not her. You can't damage her herself. You need to be killing the minions. So they recommend an energy bond to do AoE damage. Again, we've got summons that do a ton of AoE damage, so we're going to run with them. So we're just going to hit challenge. The game's playing up a little bit. So these little minions over here, they're the ones you want to kill. However, if you're at the point where you're struggling, you actually want to be killing these main 4 creatures here first, so you don't have to deal with as much in the next, when your next team comes into fight. But again, I've got no issues killing this, so I'm just going for these little minion spiders. We are going to start summoning everybody. Just to speed this up a little bit. But you can imagine, like, if I wasn't able to kill this boss in one go, and I'm just targeting the little spiders, every single time I'm going to have to worry about trying to kill off these 4 main little bosses. So, yeah, long story short, if you're struggling on the level, kill off the 4 minions. If you're doing really well, just focus on the 3 little minions, or the little spider saplings that he summons. And once you kill these off, you'll start seeing his health bar drop. And that's it, done. Cool. That's how you do the spider boss. And you do have to kill the minions off. Be careful not to die on these ones. All right, cheers, buddy. So this guy in Twilight Lands is a little bit interesting. There's 2 of them. They recommend Energy Bond to do AoE damage, even though there's 2 guys close together. What actually happens is he splits into like 6 of mini little javelin throwing guys. So it's about 12 of them. They spread themselves out, and you got to try and hit all of them at once. So again, like always, some of the team is really good for this, even though they're not the specialty. And yeah, we'll go through a little demo of how to do this. Sometimes it's better to have Daniel in the middle here just to get a little bit more range because they randomly split up over the screen. But yeah, I'll stop talking and show you what it's all about. One key point with this one is that when he actually splits himself into the other teams, he becomes like he does way more damage. But you can also do way more damage to him because you can hit 6 at the same time instead of 1. But pretty much what happens is the damage will escalate so much that all you're trying to do is keep you guys alive until it goes back to just being 2. And then you can spend some time trying to heal yourself up. So that's the best way I can explain it, is just be strong enough so that you can live through this and then heal when he kind of joins back together. Key for that obviously is a strong healer. So I've got Mazrani up quite high. I would drop a summoner out to put Serena in if I needed to. It's actually getting pummeled here. So yeah, now I've got a bit of time to actually recover because his damage will drop significantly. And yeah, I can get my guy back up to full health and then go through the same thing. The other thing to note as well is that when I go through this the second time, there shouldn't be as many of these, or I'll be able to start killing him off now. So he's going to do quite a bit less damage. Just need to make sure I stay alive because he is powerful. And this is only Twilight Lands 9, I believe. Okay, so I actually can't have that happen. So just going to pull him back. Yeah, go like that. Actually, what we might do is we might ditch Kalaza. Leo's really good for this one too. So we're going to save Leo's ult for this bit to come up. And then we're going to get him in the middle of them. So it is a bit frustrating spreading them out. But again, Leo gets his shield with his little AoE stun. So you can see how they're getting all stunned because Leo's there. So that will slow down how much damage they can do, which is what makes Leo so viable here. Daniel obviously has got a massive AoE stun, so he's always viable. Save that. Get some healing with some shield up. And we're back on again. So yeah, just trying to get as many in one big hit as I can. So you see now he's split up and he's actually targeting Mazrani. And that's what the problem is I'm having. I'm going to have to get Leah to jump over there because, again, once he stuns, it'll redirect where they're attacking and they'll start attacking Leo. Leo obviously has a ton of life steal, and he's got his well, the stun, like I keep saying, and then he's got his invulnerability as well. So that's all going to help. All right, so now we're right on top of it. They should die here, I would say. We're just going to save up the ults. So we're up to another new style boss. So this is the boss of level 9. So clicking on him summons a powerful soul dragon. So you're actually going to summon a large dragon, and when you kill the dragon, he'll get really weak. So he's obviously got a couple of these guys that can do some life drain on you too. Actually, no, sorry, this is the birds that do massive AoE damage. This is probably where you're going to start seeing a fair bit of damage happen to my team. So I'm going to possibly have to chuck Leo in here, I think. And we'll just see how we go. Whenever I chuck Leo in, I always chuck in Gautier or Hagridon, whichever you want. And we're at the point now where we might be mucking around a few times to actually figure out how to beat them. I'm just going to show you the skills that we get from these guys. Again, spreading you guys out to try and draw their attack away is always a good thing. So this is his Summon Dragon. You actually need to make sure you take this guy out. So he's got a shield. You've got to get 10 hits, same as the Decent. Well, less hits, obviously. But you need to get a certain amount of hits on this guy or he's going to do a big hit. Like that. So it actually does pay having Taylor in here. So drop Daniel back, because Daniel's still going to be my biggest damage dealer. All right, this should do the trick. Taylor will actually do some good damage here as well. Hoping Taylor absolutely destroys this guy, which he doesn't seem to be doing yet. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm going to have to save Taylor's attack until that guy actually appears. And same with Daniel's ult. So let this play out for a little bit. Jump Taylor in there. We do want to wait just 1 sec because he doesn't chuck his shield up straight away. I mean, another good option for this as well is Bot Mark 2, obviously. But, alright, so the shield's up, destroy that. He's still not dead yet. What happens is once he's dead, you get a huge damage boost to the boss. Like the boss will keel over, again, like Disa Caves. And you'll get to do a ton of damage to him. I don't know what happens to the minions. So that guy's down, the boss is down. Time to start doing some big damage. So watch his health bar go. Yeah, it's going quick now. Doesn't last that long though, as you saw. But he will summon that dragon back now, as you can see. So it's going to get ready to rinse and repeat. And we should be good. So shield's up, dragon's down. Big dragon's down. All right, this should be the kill shot now. Oh, yeah, very easily. Cool. Right, that's that boss. That's how you get rid of him. Hope that helps. Cheers, mate. All right, so we're up to level 10. We've got a bit of a mini boss. It's getting pretty hard. So the tactic that to use here, again, now you get to see how much damage these things do. You want to start using your weaker guys. So you kind of they'll still do a bit of damage. So you want to give them some survivability, just so they get around and do some damage for a little bit. So we'll chuck Oak is a good one to start off with, and this is a particularly annoying one. because he has like immunity for a little while. So for those few seconds where he has immunity, these guys can jump around and do a bit more. And if you can actually make like good synergies, that does help as well. But yeah, this is what we'll run with here. See how we do. Again, this is definitely not going to be able to kill now. This is going to be like a 3 second team. We're just bit by bit trying to cut down their health so that I can send my big team in there and wipe them out before they wipe me out. So yeah, we're just trying to survive basically. The good thing is that every reset you get a full ult bar, so you can just jump in here and jump all your ults on them straight away, which is super handy. So you see my damage will just spike straight at the beginning and then pretty much die straight away. So you see Oak is there and he's still surviving. I'm just hoping that I can get... No, so he's gone. I'm just hoping I get 2 ults off from each person would be pretty good. Alright, so I got 5, 6, maybe 7 mil in total there, which is nothing. So we're just going to keep trying to get through the health a little bit. Let's see how we do. There are some characters you want to save. So if I have to go up against an assassin, like someone in the assassin squad, I need to hold on to Rakana and Randall. He doesn't have gear. All right, and also against this one, getting this chick in here does quite well. I should have chucked her in before, actually. But, oh well. And then also pairing up with this one. So you get an energy boost if you attack multiple people at the same time. So he can actually tank quite well considering he's quite average. Cool. All right, there we go. A bit more damage. What was that? 3. Just scraping in. All right, we're starting to get some of the better champs now. Chuck Valvir in. Boar's got some survivability. Not against these guys probably, but we'll see. All right. Strange. I don't know what's going on there.